Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of the Sonnet 1 Loving in Truth from Astrophil and Stella by Sir Philip Sidney. Astrophil and Stella by Sir Philip Sidney is actually a long sequence of love poems, and we don't know the exact date of publication, but it is said it should be published somewhere around in 1580s. There are totally 108 sonnets in this, and the first collection of poems, that is the Lovelorn Astrophil, meaning star lover in Greek. He tells about his love and his attempt to win the heart of his beloved Stella. Stella means star in Latin. And he says, this is the reason why I am writing these sonnets. And he is sure that when he describes his feelings beautifully, Stella will fall for him. But at the same time, this challenge gives him the writer's block. Writer's block means you will not get the exact words which will explain your feeling. And this is known as writer's block. And when you're not able to get the exact words, you will not be able to continue your work. So there will be a pause in the work. And at this time, his muse are the goddess who helps the writers in writing their work. We can find all the writers, particularly those who write the epic, like Ramayana, Paradise Lost, they'll invoke the muse to come and guide them so that the muse will be with them till they complete what they wanted to write. And at this time, his muse steps in and tells him, look to your heart will tell you what you want, and you just write the words, you will be able to complete your work. And because he says that poetry has power, but it cannot be forced. You cannot force and write a poetry. It has to have the flow. And a poet who wants to write really well, he should not think that if I read others' works and if I do hard work, then I'll be able to write a good verse. It's not like that. A true foundation of artistry is imagination and sincere feeling. You should have beautiful imagination and your feelings should be sincere. And this both will definitely give you words for your poetry, and your verses will come out beautifully. And here in this 108 poems, we find that the first 30 sonnets, we find that Stella does not return Astrophil's love. At the same time, she does not reject him also. She understands his affections, but she does not accept neither reject. And what happens is she marries another man. And even after that, Astrophil could not stop himself from loving her, because he comes to know that her marriage is not a happy one. She is not happy with the marriage, but at the same time, she works very hard to save the marriage. She is not willing to come out of the marriage. And this behavior of Stella makes Astrophil to admire her more, because she is literally sacrificing her own life in an unhappy marriage. And so he respects her for that, and his love for her only increases after that. And so he feels that by expressing his feelings for her, she'll definitely start loving him. And what he expects actually happens. She also understands his affection and she starts liking him. But at the same time, she does not want to walk out of the marriage or do something bad which will bring a bad reputation. At the same time, here Astrophil's love, which keeps on increasing, now after coming to know that she also has a feeling for him, now tries to convince her to make love to him despite her promise that she is going to be sincere to her husband. In fact, he goes to the extent of stealing a kiss from her while she is asleep. And when she realizes that even though she loves him, she understands she cannot allow this affair to continue. At the same time, Astrophil feels that he has to have a physical relationship with her so that he can consummate his love. But she wants to end the affair, because she understands if she continues this or allows him to continue like this, something improper will happen which she does not want to happen. And we find that the first 30 songs were actually written where Sidney was in real love with his real lady love Penelope. And at that time Penelope was not married and he was also working in the court. At the same time, just like Stella, she never accepted his love nor did she reject his affections. And what happened is, due to some reason, Sydney was not in the state. He was sent out of state for a period. And at that time, she gets married to Lord Richard. And this Sydney discovers somewhere in between the sonnets 31 and 33. And actually, they were engaged to be married in their childhood. But now this is broken off. And he also comes to know that Penelope's marriage with Lord Richard is not a happy one, because this marriage did not make her happy. But at the same time, she is dedicated to her marriage and she wants to make the marriage work out, even though she knows that it is not going to give her any satisfaction. And this made Sydney to admire her, and now he finds her more attractive and his love for her starts increasing. In fact, he is even jealous of Lord Richard because he feels that Lord Richard is not able to appreciate her, and so he promises that he will write verses and win her heart. And when he is writing his 60th sonnet, we find that she also returns her love to her, and at the same time she is not willing to risk her reputation because she knows that she is married. She does not want to break the marriage or walk out of the marriage, and staying in the marriage and being in love with a man outside will definitely bring a bad reputation to the family. And so she tells Astrophil that their love will continue and she will accept his love only if they do not consummate it. That is, they do not go to the next level. When he hears to it, he is very happy. He says, okay, fine, because he also understands that he is able to write beautiful verses only when he is passionately in love with her, and this passionate love will be in him only if he does not consummate it. But as his love increases for her, his behavior also changes. Now he cannot help wanting to have physical relationship with her. In fact, when she is asleep, he steals a kiss from her and she is angry about it because he has broken her trust. She has told him not to try to take any advantage of her. And this kiss, she actually takes it as a sort of a rape. And so she goes away from him, and this absence of her torments him now. And his love for her is more than ever. And when he is about writing his 93rd sonnet, he realizes that he has wronged her. And now his guilt and sorrow are shown in the remaining sonnets. And she also falls sick. Coming to know that she is sick, he goes and stands under her window and plays music to make her feel better. But what happened is, it got the opposite effect. Now she is even more angry with her for pursuing her even after she has asked him not to do so. So now she decides to end the relationship entirely, and by the end of the 108th sonnet we find that he is totally alone and isolated. But anyway, he is happy because he knows that his love for Stella is genuine and that she also loved him in return. And throughout this sonnet, he has mimicked Petrage's rhyme scheme to tell his love. And just like how Stella torments Astrophil, Petrarch also was tormented by his own love. And at the same time, this love only caused him much joy because he was happy to experience that pain of that love, and that only brought out the best verses from him. And Sidney also touches on the themes of love versus reason, as well as the conflicting desires of purity and desire in his sonnets. Now we'll see sonnet 1, which is loving in truth. And in this sonnet, he expresses his true love for his lady love, who is actually Penelope Devereux, and she is the daughter of Earl of Essex. And he is not able to find out the correct words to express his passion of love and to also praise his beloved. So he thinks by reading others' works, he will get some beautiful lines, but that does not work out. And that is what he writes in this sonnet 1. And the poem is, rhyme scheme is A B A B A B A B C D C D E E. Totally 14 lines. Here lines 1 to 4 is loving in truth and fain in verse, my love to show, that she, dear she, might take some pleasure of my pain. Pleasure might cause her read, reading might make her know, knowledge might pity win, pity grace obtain. Now here he says that his beloved Penelope de Vries, his love for her is pure and true, and he also understands that Penelope is not reciprocating his love. She is not showing any love for him. So he feels that he has to write a verse which will represent his love, and he feels that this effort of writing a verse describing his love for her will definitely win his beloved's heart, because she will be happy to know that he is writing verses for her, and he also hopes that she might want to read his verse out of the pleasure she takes in his pain, because this love in him is causing so much of pain, and that is what he is going to express in his sonnets. And sure, she'll understand his pain, and this understanding will make her heart to soften towards him and show sympathy for him, and through that he wants to win his lady love's heart. And then he continues saying, I sought fit words to paint the blackest face of woe, that is the worst kind of sadness. Studying inventions fine, her wits to entertain, oft turning others' leaves, to see if thence would flow some fresh and fruitful showers upon my sun-burnt brain. Now he is searching for the correct words to show the saddest face of him, the saddest feeling which he has experienced, because he is in misery for his love. And at this time only, his brain has become dry. It is not able to give him the exact words to express his passion of love. And so he wants to get some expressions to show his real love. And he wants to win his lady's love's heart through his verse. And so he wants to give her intellectual pleasure by writing wonderful verses. And he thinks by reading others' writing, he will get some lines from them which can express his feeling also. So he studies many books of other poets to find the suitable words to describe his feelings. And he feels that if he could find the correct words, then that will be like fresh and fruitful showers upon his unfertile and sunburnt brain, which is not providing him the words which he needs. Then he continues saying, but words came halting forth, wanting invention stay. Invention, nature's child, fled, step dame, studies blows, and others' feet still steamed but strangers in my way. Thus, great with child to speak and helpless in my throes. Here he says that his poetic words and expressions are not coming to him continuously. There is no flow of words. There is a pause. And he feels that poetic inspiration is a natural product, and therefore it will not just come through studying others' works. It is therefore called nature's child, who is tortured by study. This torture is the stepmother. And even the words which are suitable for others, because the same feeling may be expressed by others and they would have used certain words, but those words are like strange words to him because they are not his words. So this unoriginality made him feel that these words will not be suitable for his expression. Now he becomes like a helpless child who cannot express his pain during the time of delivery. It has to be delivered, but the baby is not able to express its pain. And this feeling is what makes a poet more sad and more angry. And then he says, biting my truant pen, beating myself for spite. Fool, said my muse to me, look in thy heart and write. Now, he thinks that his pen is like the truant. Truant means a runaway schoolboy. Now, the pen wants to run away from him because he does not get the poetic inspiration to write the words. So, the pen is angry with him and he is angry with himself. And in this hopelessness, he bites his pen. And at the same time, he also beats himself because he is so very angry. Finally, his muse, his goddess, comes and calls him fool and advises him to use his own words which come from his heart, and that will express his real feeling, and only then his verse will be genuine and also original. And here ends is Sonnet 1. If you have anything more to tell, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.